If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, hi. Okay. Good morning for you.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay. So shall we start?
Yeah, so before we start, where is my assignment?
Hey, I was not able to log into the LMS actually. That's why I was facing some problem. Okay, let's start with the session. Yes. So do you remember like what, like a 5 minute summarization of what we saw yesterday is like we saw the cal field functions, ST lookup later, and exact signal instance and true or false. And also we on before class we see other text functions and date functions, right? We also saw
Yeah.
like count related instance, and like today we'll see about some related instance. And we also discussed about all the topics in advanced report, and also we discussed about metrics report, and also we discussed about training reports, right?
Yeah.
So to be we'll start with the other reports. Like as we said, I'll take you to the search report, and also I'll take you to the
So we were also about to complete the calc fields, the remaining
yes
calc.
yes I'll complete the cal fields. What is a brief introduction about custom composite report. Okay, I'll walk you to that.
So
Okay.
did you able to solve the question that I asked you like 2 days back?
Yes. See,
Okay.
first thing is like whoever like you asked your next anniversary date, right? Whoever completed this year, right? Which means like they are into this particular year. See, as you said, October 2016 he has completed anniversary. November 2016 also he has completed anniversary. You can take
Can,
that particular year. You're not about it about the month, right? You can take about the year at least, year, and then take like whoever has completed this anniversary year. You can compare with that.
can you share your screen and show me like how is it
I
done?
didn't do it in the system. I didn't do it in the system.
See, the
Okay.
logic even I have it, so I'm expecting you to show it to me like the output. So that's what I've been waiting since 2 days.
You want me to show in the system and then create like no, I have to create a report and then show you how it really working in the system. Is that?
Yeah, I'm asking since 2 days for it.
Hey, no, see, like no, it's not only thing. This thing is on my plate. I have so many things on my plate. See, I can do it, but on the system, yes, I thought you're thinking about the logic. Okay, if you want it on the system, I need some time. Okay, yeah, I understood. It's been 2 days. I was thinking only the logic you need. If you know the logic, if you want, actually, you might have tried on the system. If you know the logic, you might have tried on system and you show it to me, and you can even you discussed about it.
Yeah, let's start.
So as I start, I'll create and show you a search report. I'll start with that. See, search report is basically meant for facet filtering. Okay. So if you want facet filtering to be created, you have to create with search report. For example, find workers, find candidates, find jobs, or those facet filtering reports. Okay. A search report can be enabled as web service.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So in search report, can we have a standard data source or index data source?
In search reports,
Yes.
I don't know actually.
Okay, in
I have
search report, it is advised to use only index data source. See, showing only index data source. You can select unselect option optimize for show all data source. But with respect to Workday search report, Workday recommends to use index data source. Okay.
Okay.
Are you aware of this data source business process transaction?
Oh no, I've not
Okay.
worked on the search reports.
Okay, but you aware of this data source? What the data source you have previously used as data source?
I think indexed. I'm not aware because maybe I don't know. This is a new feature, so
Okay,
I
as you
don't.
asked for real-time scenario, right? This is a
Yeah.
very commonly used data source with respect to business process. Let's take what is your current and proposed? What was your current organization? What is your proposed organization? This will give you, and this is gives effective data transactions. Okay. If you see here, like no, if you read the description, it will like no similar to integrations. You have like no, when is the effective date, when is your last entry moment. So all those stuffs, this business process do have it. This data source do have it. Okay. It is from your, for this, the
Again?
primary business object is action event. This is a very useful data source to track based upon your events. For example, you want to track hire events, you want to track termination events, and you want to track any compensation events. Like this is a very good data source to track all those events. Okay.
Can you repeat again?
See this data source to track any, with respect to business process, any change you want to track it. Okay.
Okay.
This will display the all the effective date transactions. Okay. Whatever transaction is based upon with effective date. For example, 4 transactions happen for a particular employee with respect to compensation, it will display all effective data transactions. Whatever transaction has happened, all the transactions, it will display it.
Okay.
Okay. So if in interviews, do they ask, have you, what is a complex report you used? Like, no, if they, what is a complex report you have created in your career, they may ask you. You may say like, no, this is a complex report using business process transaction index. I was trying to create effective date transactions, all the effective date transactions with respect to business process. I was using this report. You can say it. Okay. So here I want to have, what is it on watch, you want to filter on any business process. You can put on what basis you want to have the filters. You want to have on business process. You can have the business process or like the index fields. On what basis you want to have the search. Okay. Let's take the business process category, and you want to have the business process names. Okay, one good example for, I'll create this report, and one very good example for this for this report is, for example, you want to take all your integration events, which are based upon integration events in your system. You want to take it. You can even use that. This search report will be in real time. Yeah, I have created one report for search reports. Okay. Search with. Okay. So you want to have any filters? Yes, you can have it. If you want to have any prompts, you can have it. And output as we discussed for other reports, it is similar as which. Okay. Perform later primary business object in the options field. Okay. Since it is a web service enabled, you should have this prompts. So as I said, this index data source have a business process name. Okay, we do have one more business process called business process transaction. We don't have indexed. Without index also we have one more business process. There we have this effective data, and in a co-content we have right and completed time, entry data, like completed on time, and after you have these options, like those prompts will be there. The first row in search result gives you to identify the search results so that you can perform related actions. It must be instance field and contains primary results in the options. Maybe instance fields. Go to here. What is this field? This instance field. Yes, it is an instance field. It is again an instance field. Okay. Can perform related actions and contain primary results. This is the primary result. Let's take worker here. Let me remove this. The first row in the search result gives you identify the search result instance so that the other performed action, it is an instance and contains primary results in the option of the options field. Sorry, here. So we have to set, I forgot this, okay. We have to set this primary results field. So whatever your field have, the first report in the field should be set as primary results field. Okay. So whenever you add a search report, your first field should be set as primary results field in the option tab. Okay. So you wanted to have for which business process, you want to have for hire, you want to have for termination, you can have it for which particular business process you want to have this search results. Okay. So this is the, like, no, for example, we do have a, like, you want to search here. Okay. Let's move this one. Okay, let me create a different data source and show you. This data source already have a filter. Let's take this data source integration. I want to have the integration events and other stuffs I want to have it.
Can the other one work?
See, these I already have a facet filtering. It also has index data, so it all has facet filtering into it. And in the particular fields, it's not working with respect to that. So as I said, it should be one of the fields should be set as primary result field. Okay, I know why it is. Go to advanced in the facet filtering. Okay, add what you wanted, add it here. Okay. I know why the other report was also not working at. I'll make it. See, this is a facet filtering. What are you added in the facet filtering option that will come here? Here it will display the integration status and it will display the integration name. Okay. What are you added in the primary field? Okay. What are you added in the field? So this is the integration event status. If you see, this is a status and this is the integration name. Okay. What are you want to get displayed here? For example, let's take you want to find, if you go to find workers, I'll show you. See, what are you added here? It will give you the details of it. What are you added in the facet filtering over here in the advanced tab as a field? Here, it will give you the status, integration event status, integration system. See, integration event status, what is the status all about, the search report, and what are the integration system, we have it. So these things we can, based upon this integration, what is the event status and what was the system, you can get the details of it, the status and the integration name. Okay, just a demo kind of showed it. I'll go to the other report and make sure that is also working with respect to that.
I think that's okay. We can go to the next one.
Okay. So you know any basics about composite report? What a composite report? What is an input to a composite report?
It's combination. I mean, it's the input of two other reports.
Okay, what kind of report you can have it as an input to that?
See matrix in advanced.
Okay. So what is a basic input to that? No, it requires a data source.
Which one? The composite?
Yes.
I'm not sure of that.
It doesn't require a data source, but it requires two sub-reports. So either one sub-report or either two sub-reports, like either advanced or matrix report can be passed as a sub-report to a composite report. Okay.
Yeah.
And both of reports should have one control field. Like if you write a select query, right, you'll have like control field, right, a common field, right? So that could be your control field. There should be a control field if you want to have any prompt set for the composite. So if you go and create the composite report type, it doesn't show you to have a data source. Okay. The control field will be a business object. You have to just have the business object and not the, you're not going to have it for the.
It should match the particular report's business object, right?
No, it can be from two business objects. It can be from all active workers and it can be benefits. So it can be any data source. Data source can be different.
Okay.
But in both the data source, what will be a common field? For example, all active and terminal workers and benefits. For benefits will be for particular employee, right? You want to combine certain things, then you go for worker. Your control field will be worker, right?
Okay.
So maybe I don't have any sub-report created here. So when you create the worker here, so that will be the common field. Okay. If you go to any custom report, okay, let me show.
So the business object of the advanced report
Okay.
should be worker, right?
Yes. See.
And say suppose I'm giving a sub report.
Okay.
I can give two sub reports, right? Or only one?
You can give two sub reports. That's why I'm saying. Let's take a common example to make you understand. It's a very basic. I'll give you a scenario for composite report as well. Let's take all standard report, all custom report. Maybe I'll quickly create and show you, as it is a part of the thing. I'll create and show you a very sample one, okay, to make it easier to understand.
We already have an advanced report, I guess, the one which we used to do the demo, and we also have the matrix reports that you created yesterday. We can use the same one.
Okay. Both have common of worker, right? Both of them has this, but in other thing, okay, let's take worker. But there should be logic to do that. Okay, fine. Okay. Worker. Let's take worker as business object. Okay. And then click OK. Let's demo and then composite.
So I have a quick question for you.
Okay.
So I'm putting advanced report and a matrix report.
Okay.
Both have business object worker. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm giving here, in the composite report, I'm giving the business object as worker. Say
okay.
Advanced report has worker and matrix report has some other primary business object, like while creating we give a business object, right? Some other business object.
Okay, let me explain your scenario. Okay, let me explain your scenario. Okay, I'll give you a very basic understand. Then you'll understand this, how this logic comes up. What is a business object? Give me some time. Okay, let's take all custom report as a business object. There is a data source called all custom report. Okay, make it very easy and understand. I'm just giving this example. Okay, I want to get how many counts. I want to get the count of all custom reports. Okay. This report gives you all custom report, let's say report 1. Okay. Report 1 in using all custom data, so all custom report data source. Okay. I will get the count of all custom reports. Okay. In the system, my example is,
Business object for this?
I'll tell you, 1 minute, give me some time. My requirement is, in the system, okay, I want to get all the counts of the report and categorized as custom and standard reports. My requirement is this. In the tenant, I want to get all the custom report and standard report count separately. Okay. And then I want to get the total. How can you do this? This is for all custom report is a data source. Okay.
Yeah.
And you get the count of all custom reports from the custom using that data source. Report type, I can make it a report type. Under each report type, what is my count? You want me to create and show you? I can create and show you faster.
Yeah.
Okay. Allow me to create it. I'll create I'll create faster. Don't worry. I'll not take much of your time. See, I'm going faster to cover all the topic only for you. Give me at least 5 minutes in each topic so that I can give you a better understanding.
Forcing you to, I don't have to like finish.
Let me explain me that, like, no, understand, give scenarios and make you understand. Okay.
Yeah.
See,
if you take 2 hours, I'm okay with it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm rushing because it's my daytime and I have so much time.
Yeah. Okay.
The instructor comes and tells me like, okay, mujhe stop it. So I don't want.
See, our custom report count, I will make it. This is my report 1. Okay. And I'm going to make it as metrics, and I'm going to use a data source, all custom report.
Okay.
So this I'm taking simple because to make you understand step by step, right? Since you're new to composite report, right? I just wanted to make you understand. That's why I'm taking. Maybe you're not telling like very simple when you took. No, I just wanted to make understand it. Okay. So I'm just going to have report type. See, both the field we should have one common field. Okay. One common field. Make sure this is a report type, and if I run this report, I'll get the count of each report. See, each report with respect to custom reports. Okay.
Okay.
See, this gives me advanced and the count of each report type. I'm getting the count.
Right.
Okay. And total custom report is 6004. Okay. Then I'll create one more custom report. You want to know the business object? You can see it from here.
Okay.
It will be a custom report. As you're asking for the business object, right? It's a custom report. Okay. Now I'll create one more report. CR. Use the same name. Standard report count.
So did it take the count by itself or did you give a count field?
In the bottom, you have count field. By default, you'll have at least one summarization field, right? It is there.
Oh, yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Okay. And I'm going to take as advanced report. We have a data source called all standard report. Okay. And here also, I want to know how many each report type. I want to know how many standard reports are there. Okay. I created advanced one. Okay. Instead of metrics, I was using advanced. But Workday recommends maximum use your sub report for sub report to be metrics, because see, when you go for this composite report, like you have to do things and you want to do some basically for finance module, you have this income statement, you have to do a lot of calculations on it, right? So this composite report will be very useful for finance module. Okay. It's metrics and take all standard report. CR. I'm going to have report type here again. See, one control field and common field should be there. So in both the field, we have the report type as common field, right? Thus will be become your business object in composite report. Okay. A very good example of other, like I have list of active employees details. Okay. I want to get the benefit election of the what they have been have. A benefit for each employee. So in all active and terminate work also, we have this worker as a common field. Even in benefit election, we have the common data source as common field as worker. Okay. So you have the in standard report, these are the report types and these are the counts. Okay. These are the report inbox count we have transpose. These are the standard reports count. Okay. Now I want to get in one page. It is in two different reports and in two different pages. I want to get combined to one report. That's why we have this composite report. Or we can combine two different data source, two different business object. So my common field over there is in both the report.
Business report type.
Yes. That will become a business object.
Okay.
Okay. Click OK. What happened? Is there? Okay. See, if you see here, you have C1, C2, C3, C4. This is a column fields and this is your row fields. Okay. If you go here, your first field should be in the column, should be a control field. Okay. We have defined, if you go, it should be a control field. Okay. Okay. And see, if you see the business object is report type. Okay. And you can make it as C1. So whatever you added under report field, under the business object, that will be a control field. Because control field is a common field, which is controlling both the reports.
Okay.
Okay. That is will be a control field. Okay. And then click OK. So the first field in a column should be a control field. Okay. Next, you can define your data. Define data.
Okay.
Okay. What is the sub report name? You can call it all custom report. Okay, and give your column name as custom report. Okay. And then you have any prompt. See this field, that why they are recommending to use matrix report. Like in matrix report, this is basically for a calculation. I said this, if you have any finance model, we always have this fields like to count or to sum, or we have like lot of things. If you have any in the sub reports, do you have any sum or any maximum or minimum calculations, it will pop up here. In sub reports, whatever calculation you have done in your matrix report, it will be popping up here. Since they are only count, it is showing fields to aggregate only as count. Okay. That's why it shows only count. Otherwise, whatever calculation you have it in matrix report, it will display here. Okay. So if you see your map fields for join, which is a report type is your join field, right? It displays here. Join field is report type. Okay. If you have any field criteria, you can add it here.
Okay.
Okay. Click OK. And then you can call your second report here now. Define data. It came to control field. This insert is nothing, but you want to insert any space or something like that, you can actually insert some space, empty space, or like you want to define an empty field. After this, you can have an empty field over here. Empty field is like the column will be empty. Okay. Make it standard report. And here will be my second report. What is the name I gave here? I don't remember. Okay. This is my second report. Again, the field, like no, it's a report type and it's a count. Okay, this is where you run. But if you see the composite report, do you find you like sharing your report? You didn't see your like no other tabs, advanced and all this way we can see it. Any idea?
No.
You can have this gear icon, right? If you click on here, it will show you a lot of more options. It's like no, if you go to composite report, it's again a separate training in Workday with respect to Workday. A lot more options with respect to finance. It has a lot of other options, a lot of features available in this composite report, but this time is not sufficient. I'm giving only the basic information about it. So if you give it like no, you can have a header and footer in the composite report. But these features, header and footer, we don't have it in other reports. In composite, we do have it. Okay. Header and footer lines, we can define it here. Run and see now. See, the report type is common, but the custom report and the standard report gives you the values. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is how, see, it's from two different data source. But if you like, no, let's think it in this way. You write any query, right? Any SQL queries, you should have a join, inner join, and outer join. We have a one join field, right? So similar way, we should have a join field, which is called as control field, and it's from two different data source. Okay, got it? And you have an idea of what composite report now is, right? So in both the reports, we should have one common. It may be not even one. It like not only one. You should have. You can have multiple also. 2 or 3 also. You can define the control fields. Okay. You can combine like no. If you want to combine these two counts, for example, I want to combine this count and this count. You can do a calculation like this. Define. Sorry, control field against. I want to do a calculation of C2 and C2 and C3.
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
So, say suppose I have given an SQL query.
Okay.
To perform a particular calculation. So, do I have to use composite reports for it?
No, I'm just giving you to comparison for it. I'm not like no SQL query. They don't give it actually. Just if you're from any like no programming background, you have this concept, right? I'm just comparing to it. I'm just comparing, do a comparison to make you understand. See, maybe from PeopleSoft, in PeopleSoft also you write this query language, right? SQL queries, right? Even in SAP, we have a BAP, like we like the select queries. So that's why I was comparing to that. Okay. So for example, I want to do combine, I want to add C2 plus C3. I'll go to define calculation. Okay. I make it as C2 plus C3. Okay. And you want to make it some range, or you want to make just sum it up, or you want to just have the percentage of it. You can create the, as per the calculation type, you want to multiply or you want to divide them, you can do it. Okay. Now I'm giving sum, and which column you want to do it? C2 plus C3, right?
Yeah.
So if there are multiple additions, you can have it, those columns. Multiple columns are there. Which two columns you want to do it? You can do it. Okay. Run it. It gives you the total. Okay. So this is a basically basic of composite. Do you understand now the basic at least, right? It may be two different business objects, but if we need a common control field. Okay. Yeah. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And as I said, we also have inbox. It's mostly for performance and talent. Okay. We have like, no, if you go and see here the inbox report, there are 10 Workday standard reports. You can go and see those things. So, okay. See, if you see this, you don't have access to see this. Like, no, I'll not take much of security. A very basic. Hope you understand certain things. That's what a kind of question to you. Okay. See, if you don't have access to this one, where do you go and see it? See, if you have access, you may have clicked on it. Okay, right? So now you can copy it, but if it will be clickable action, how do you find you have access to this task or not? To this custom report or standard report or not?
Items.
Huh?
View security for secureable items.
Yes, we go and check them and falls under which functionality it is, and we do check on it is a business process or it's a domain. We go and check it. Okay, for example, I give you a scenario. You have created the integration. Okay, you have created the co-connector worker integration. Okay, but you're not able to launch it. You know why?
Due to some pending security policies.
What it could be?
Some approval processes.
No. To run any co-connector, what is required? What is all co-connector or any AIB, like the AIB inbound? You're not able to see particular web service. What could be the issue?
Security, like we don't have particular access to, like, run it.
Okay, run it for what? So we have to, for example, you have higher business buyer transaction, higher web service, but you don't find it on the domain security. What do you do it? Where you can go and check the other way.
Domain
See, higher is the process, but you don't get it on the domain. Otherwise, where do you go and check it?
Domain policies.
Domain policy, higher will not be there.
Okay.
Where do you go and check it the other way?
Business process policies.
Yes. See, all the process, we don't find it under the function. We don't find it under the domain. Okay. We find under the business process. Okay. See,
What
for
is
example,
the difference between a business process and a work process?
see, if it's any task, we find it in the domain. Okay. If it's any process, hire, termination, change job, or it's going to be request leave of absence, a request return from leave of absence. So all these are business process. Okay. So if you go to a higher or a higher BP, okay, there are too many BPs created for it. If you go to a default definition of it, or let's take here itself, okay. So we have a business process policy here, like business process security policy, right? So I'll show you where the web service operation will be there. So business process policy, if you go and view here, you will have the web service under the, see, if you go under this action, you will have your hire employee web service. So it will be under this business process. If you give access here only, you can launch or you can get a higher inbound template, or you can even launch, for example, you want to get the higher employee in your co-connector transactions, you should have access to this higher employee web service. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Since you already in EIB inbound, so a quick question to you. Do you know, can we edit the template?
Can we edit the template? The spreadsheet template you're asking?
Yes. Yes.
I think I don't know. I don't remember though.
Okay. Can I take EIB input for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was going step by step. Studio, I can take, like, if you're very familiar with it, you're very familiar with EIB inbound web service, then it will be easier for me to understand to go to Studio directly. That's why I was taking today at least 4 integrations or basics of that. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. See, you know about ISU? They do ask integrations about integration system security group. Are you aware of this ISSG and ISU?
Yeah.
What is the flow? Can you tell me?
Integration system user.
Okay. How do you created the system? Tell me the flow of it. This is how they ask. That's why I was asking you. Okay.
So first, we create an integration system user.
Okay.
And then we assign it to an integration system group.
Okay.
And then
you assign it to a constrained or unconstrained?
Unconstrained.
Okay.
So, and then that particular integration system user is assigned to the co-connector worker integration.
Under which option you go and assign the user? You assign the co-connector, but how do you do that? Where you go and assign it to them?
So it's related actions, and then There is an integration. I don't remember now.
Okay.
But if I will be doing, like, if I go to the
Under
related
related actions, we have to go under Workday, edit
Workday. Okay.
Workday account. Yes, there we go and assign. Can we use the same integration user in multiple integrations? Can we assign same user to multiple integrations?
Yes.
No, it's one-to-one. One user, one integration. You cannot assign multiple users to the same integrations. Okay. See, one user only. See, the integration system security group, you can have multiples, but the user is only one user per one integrations.
Okay.
Okay, they do ask this question in the interviews with respect to security. Okay. Okay, one quick question with respect, are you aware of intersection security group?
No.
Okay. So what is a security group with respect, like for example, I'll give a scenario. Okay. So if you take intersection, an employee should be in both the security groups. For example, I have a report, okay,
Okay.
which is accessible only to people like to employee as self and also who is only in US.
Okay.
Okay. How could you do that? How do you like know? My scenario is I should give access only to a person who is having employee as self, plus he should be who is only in US.
Okay. So how do you give that particular person the access to
He should be in both the securities. I want to verify that he's in both the groups. Intersection is common, right? He should be in both. If you take any Venn diagram, the common part, the intersection is the common round part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you do that? Okay. Okay. So I'll tell you. See, we have a concept of location-based security group.
Okay.
Okay, this is a task to create any security groups. Okay, as you know it. Okay. So we have a location-based location membership security group. Okay. So in this, we specify the locations. It should be in India or US. Since we talked about US, let's take US. Okay. There are multiple. Let's take OK. Let's take this. Okay. So I'll create this OK. Okay. Then, so now my location is ready. So people who are in US, it will consider only that. Okay. Now I'll create one more security group. This is an intersection security group. As you know, employer self is a Workday delivered security group. Okay. So we have intersection security group. Integration is intersection security group.
Okay.
Let's take security group. Intersection. Okay. So here we specify security groups to include. Okay. For example, it should include.
Okay.
What is my security group location I created? This one, right? Location security group. And I want to have employee as self. Okay. So now people who are in this particular US and in employer self only will have access to that report. If you assign the security group the report, so people who are only in US and also who have employer self, they only can see it. Okay.
What exactly is employee as self?
Yourself, who is logging in? Who is logging in?
Okay.
Okay. See, it's a Workday delivered one. Okay, delivered security group, which is yourself, who is logging in as self. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, whoever has Workday access will have access. Who is in US?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is all one of the requirement. Okay. You now understand what is intersection, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have organization based. So for example, you want to give access only to a particular company. For example, people are in this particular company and you are who are in particular location, you can still create a organization based membership security group and you can do the intersection security groups. Okay.
Okay.
I think this could be fine. For example, I'll give one more scenario. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You're not able to you're not able to approve the process. Some you have the membership in the higher business process. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not able to perform the approve process. Why? It says that HR administrator should approve, but he's not able to approve it. What could be the reason?
He is not able to approve it.
Yes. Why? What could be? Obviously, it could be a security. Where you go and rectify it, or where you go and check it.
So we go to the, we can proxy as them and check.
See, proxy, as he was the HR administrator and he is not able to do it.
Okay.
Okay. See, if you see here, you have each section: convert to employee, hire employee. Who can initiate this hire employees? Only these security groups can only initiate it. Okay, only
Yes.
these people can only initiate it. If you scroll down, these only can be able to do the see directly from the employment segment. Only these executives can do the hire employee. Okay,
Good.
who want to have to hire student, they don't have it as security groups assigned to it, so nobody can hire a student here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to do any existing search for any existing pre-hires or any you want to convert hiring process from them, so each section has what they have going to do it. We can define it here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, if you see review employee hire, only these executives can only review it. Verify, propose this step, can only these people can do it. Okay. So what are you define? See, approve. Only these security group people can only approve it. For example, if HR administrator is not there, just because he was this security group was not added in this approve action.
Okay.
Okay. That is why he was not able to do it. For example, if you're not able to edit any business process, which means you don't have access to, you're not able to any resend it, you're not able to any cancel. As you know, in worker history, you have the process of doing resend transaction, cancel, or you're not able to do any actions as HR administrator, which means they are not in any of the security groups. Under each action, they might be missed to add the security groups.
Okay.
Okay. So make sure if any security groups if they want to perform the action, they should have the right access under each actions.
Yeah.
Okay. This is all with respect to business process security. Okay. Let me give visually they post me these questions. Okay. In a custom report with respect to security. Okay. I'm not able to transfer ownership. What could be the reason? I want to transfer ownership from Logan McNair to Steve Morgan. We do, because both are HR administrators and they are able to do it yesterday, transfer ownership. Okay. But I want to transfer to an employee, but how could I know no, I was not able to do it? Okay. What could be the reason?
So maybe the data inside the report,
that is field level security, right? Field level security, he has access.
Okay.
Where do you go and check it again? Say with respect to security, okay, let me tell you. If you create any custom report, first security is the data source security. Okay, if you take any report, make sure the person whom you're going to share should have any one of the access, any of the security group, which is the data sources shared. Okay, let me go to our report.
Yeah.
In your resume, do you have security configuration? You said you have knowledge on security.
Not very much.
Okay. But you have added in your resume, right?
I've told that I have very little knowledge of it. I'm not told that I'm good with security.
Okay. Okay, just I'll give you maybe your knowledge. You can know that in future if you're not able to.
Fine. Yeah, these are good.
Yeah. Okay. See, okay, you have the security here and you have view security. Either you go here or you can see the security groups here to whom the data source is being shared. Okay, but this is a test tenant, right? Practice tenant, so all of them, almost all the security groups, they will have it. But in real time, the security in production, they don't give to all security groups. Only limited they'll provide it, right? So you can transfer the report to the person who have any one of this access in the data source.
Okay.
Okay, otherwise you cannot share it. One reason. Okay. In the data source filter, again we'll have different securities. Okay.
Okay.
Check for this data source security next. Data source filter security. Okay. Second. Third will be, if you're not able to see any of the field with respect to field, then it's a field level security. Again, go to field, view security, and see the security part. Okay.
Okay.
Foremost thing
How
is
do I add them in that security? That is again
view security. This is all like my employee, everyone can see it.
Yeah.
Go to the particular field. I'll take it. We'll go to our report. Do you remember report name?
I think Sushma test demo Sushma. If you can type
for the
it, I might as well get it.
Yeah, test report. Scroll down. See, let's take this higher date. Okay. Security, view security, stand configurable. No, okay. See, these three domains have this higher dates. So all the three domains you can give it. Anyone is also fine, but it's good to have all three domains have this higher dates. Okay. Basically, this could be fine. This domain could be fine, or you can give access to all three domains. Domain security policy, edit permission. Okay. Go to this domain. If you want to give only view access, then add under this. Okay. You can add the security group, particular security group. You want to give both view and modify, you can go and do it here. Both view and modify means which is having both the thing. You can add it under here, or you can add a new one. Okay, in the top, add the security, give view and modify access. Modify means both these should have view access also, but if you want to give only view, you have to check only on views. Okay. How do you find, like, for example, under this domain, what are the securable actions? How do you know it? If you click on this number, right? So under this particular domain, we have all these ones. How do you verify, like, say example, let's take this action. Okay, let's take this. See, my profile team. Okay, to my profile team, what access is needed? Basically, you can read here, like, if you have view access, that is fine to view for you. This is a standard report, which is an espresso report. Okay, to have that, just a view access is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is like, which action is required to perform that particular task or any report. Okay, so if you want to modify, it will say like you need modify access to the particular action. Okay, see, this is about respect to report and task. For example, for web service, you want to give a get worker web service. Okay, let's example I'm giving it. Okay, under which domain you wanted to know, you can go to the view security for securable item, type the web service name, you can get it. Okay, if you get the securable integrations, you see all our permission is get, and it's a web service. See, get employee is a web service. For this, get access required. Okay, if you want to have put access, which is an inbound. Okay, so that if you want to put, you want to get like, you want to get put action, then you have to put like, the as per the requirement. If it's inbound, go for get. If it's outbound, go for put. Okay. Similar waiters. As you know, like, we added this ISSD both in the security, both in the integration permission as well as in the report permission, because see, in the integration we have web service plus the report fields, right? So fields will be under the certain domains of the worker. So we do add it under security, under the report as well as the integrations. Okay. Clear? With respect to security, do you have any questions from security you want me to ask? Or okay, as a flow, I want to tell one more point. Okay, still you have all the permissions to custom reports, still you're not able to transfer ownership. Do you know why? I have all the access, data source filter, field level security. I have even shared the report with them, but still I'm not able to transfer the ownership. Why?
No idea.
Okay, I'll tell you. So we have a domain called all custom administration and all custom report. Okay, I'll tell you where is basically we use this task called, I use like DOM-fun, which is a shortcut for this domain security policy for functionality. I don't type fully, I just type DOM-fun. Okay, and from using view security for security item, I found the functional area, which functionally that particular task is there. Since I know it, I'm going directly. Okay. Under the system functional area, we have this domain called all custom report administration. Let me just get loading it. See, we have this custom report administration and custom report creation. So to these domains, we should have the particular security which an employee is having it, or to the data source, that particular report is shared, that particular security, you should have it in this domain. Then only you can share the report to particular user. Okay. So basically, if he is having report administrator, then you can share it. But all the HR administrators and all the HR analysts, mostly they don't have report administrator access. Okay. They don't provide it, right? So just like HR, they can view the report. Okay. But we don't share, like, no, they don't have report administrator access. So if they don't have it, then if the HR administrator should have, you should want to transfer the ownership to any HR administrator, then you should have this under this particular report administration, you should have the HR administrators. Okay, this could be one of the security which
you add it here.
What was it?
As in say like, okay, so this particular person doesn't have an access to this custom report creation, so that is why I couldn't transfer it to his name.
Yes,
right?
custom report administration. Yes, or
Yeah.
custom report.
So how do I give him access?
See, whatever access, let's go to his profile and say what user-based security he is having it. You have to assign that particular security, or you have to assign what security group is here. Assign that security to him. Either way, whatever he has, assign it here, or whatever you have. Like, no, security is not easy part in real time. To get any security, we should have a lot of approvals. Okay, they may be doing it very good. Like, no, the security people, they separate people of specialist is there. Okay, we do give it as an implementers. We do give it. Okay, but with respect to customers, it's not so easy to get the up like no any security groups. I'm giving an option. Okay. So either you give them the report administrator access, or whatever access he have it, you have to give it in this particular domain.
Okay.
Okay. Either way, how they are getting, how your proper approval is getting it up, based upon that we provide the security. See, security is not so simple. Okay. So if you go under the securable action, if you give access to this domain, they can see all these options.
Okay.
Okay. If you give access to this domain, they can see on this domain, we have all these actions. They can see everything. So when people are doing the security part, they also verify what all tasks they can see it by giving this action to him. Is it allowed as per the company? They'll see that as well. Okay. See, transfer ownership of report group, transfer ownership of reports. Okay. So if you have access to transfer ownership of custom reports, if he is having access only, he can do the transfer ownership task. That's why we need modify access. Unless you have modify access to this domain, you cannot do a transfer ownership. Got it now?
Yeah.
This is what the particular security we have. See, if you talk about security, a lot of things, but I'm going in a very like no outermost way. See, when you go in real time example and you're not able to transfer ownership, you may think, why? I have all the access, but still I'm not able to transfer the ownership. This may be the reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clear? Any questions with respect to security now?
No.
Okay. We have one last question with respect to security. You have co-connectors. You have a co-connector. Everything is ready. Okay. You have certain field overrides. You know what field overrides, right? With respect to co-connector.
Yeah.
Okay. What are field overrides?
As in the field overrides. Okay. I don't know the definition of it.
No, how do you do it? I don't know the definition. Under that, where do you go and do it? Under that, what you added with respect to co-connectors? That is what I expected. See, why I was asking this question, if I have taken a lot of interviews, okay, if I am an interview, I will ask this question, where do you go and do it? I don't know the definition, but you have created a lot of, you may say like you have created a lot of co-connectors. I will ask, then how do you do that? The similar way.
So I go to co-connector worker integration related actions, and I have, field overrides over there.
Config integration field overrides, fine. Where do you configure integration eligibility? Like, no, we have eligibility criteria for all integration, all co-connector worker. Where do you go and configure them? Is it mandatory to have the eligibility criteria for co-connector?
have eligibility criteria.
Is it mandatory to specify, or it is like no optional one?
Specify the eligibility.
What is that?
I think it's mandatory.
Okay, where do you go and configure that?
I don't know.
Under field overrides. See, under field overrides, we do have this eligibility criteria with respect to co-currenter worker, and we do have the field overrides in the sense any calculated fields, any fields which is not in the field attributes, field attributes, it's not available, and we go for field overrides. Let's say any calculated field. For example, you want to extract any international assignment, or you want to take the effective date, and something which is not feasible, like not able to do it in the field attributes, we go for field overrides. Okay.
Yes.
So that field overrides may be any calculated field, and you don't have access to it. How do you check that? You see, co-current is running fine, your ISU is working fine, but for particular field alone, in the report you're able to get it, but in the co-current you're not able to get it. You have ISUs. How do you check that?
It's I think we view security for secureable items.
But there it doesn't give, you don't have a co-connector, you can check for that, right?
Okay, so I go to that particular item and view security and see if it has exact permissions.
Okay. No, let me show you. That's why I was thought of sorry to in the beginning, I really I just wanted to know, that's why. See, if you're able to see the interviews goes like this. Sorry if I'm if that's why I was asking you basic question last, then I'll go for direct to studio. Okay. Nothing wrong, and my intention was not to take it, but I want to know where you stand. That's it. I'm not degrading. It's good to I know now I'll take in each and every part of where it's been there. I will tell you wherever you missed out. I can grasp it out, and I can make you even more understand that. That's what my intention was. Okay.
Yeah.
What was it? My question was, why do I ask this question? Because we do ask this question in interviews. Because in real time, if you have done it, if you assign ISU to users, right? You don't have any ISU here, but you have an ISU thing added here, right? Integrations, we have one more test. We have, when you go here, right, we have one more option called test security. Okay. I don't have an ISU here. If you know, okay, if you have time, create a co-connector, a basic one. Okay. This maybe you can consider as an assignment. Okay. Create a very basic co-connector. Okay. And try to add an ISU to that. Maybe 4 or 5 fields in your co-connector. It's given XML output. Okay. And assign an ISU to it. Okay, just do this. Okay. You know how to create a co-connector, right? How do you choose your template and all those stuffs, right? Okay. Try doing that and assign an ISU to it. This is one of your assignment. Okay. So if you add that security, right, under this option, okay, you will have test security. Okay. Fine. There's one more question too, is from the co-connector. In real time, since you have done you are going to expose as you have done in real time, right? You have delivered your deliverables, the SFTP servers. Where do you go and define them? For example, you have to configure delivery. Where do you go and do them?
Go to integration systems.
Okay.
And integration services. Is
it? Okay, went there. Nothing was coming here.
I think we have to have a.
Okay. See, if you don't mind, I'll take one EIB inbound. Okay, one EIB outbound and co-connect. A very basic level of so that you know about the XSLT also over here, and you also know the basic inner things, so that it will be easier for you to prepare for the interview as well. One flow, it will be in a continuous process. If you see the system, at least you know one complete full process.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did create one.
Okay.
One.
Okay. I understood now where you stand. I can prepare according to that for the next tomorrow's session. Okay. Maybe from tomorrow is Wednesday. From Thursday we can start with studio. Is it fine for you?
Yeah.
The intention is right.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm being told that I will have like an hour and a half technical interview.
An hour and a half, 1.5 hours, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, they'll, if it is going to be 1.5 hours, they'll take everything to it. See, initially they don't jump direct to the studio. Even I have taken so many interviews, right? They'll start with very basic HCM fundamentals, how far they stand in. Then they go for step by step. How do you rate yourself for reporting? Calculated fields, EIB inbound, outbound, co-connectors, pick off, PG. Then they step in for studio.
Okay.
So studio, I'll make sure you cover the, see, if you go to studio, they don't ask what is an inbound, like what is a mediation common. As you said, you know about it, I'm fine. But I will make you to understand one complete, see, I have things in my plate. Okay. See, I have taken one medium complex integration, which is this retirement eligibility one. It's an inbound integration. Okay. See, I have made everything ready for you, but I want to know where you stand. That is what my only thing.
So let's do this. You take your way. You take whatever day it goes. I will completely submit myself to you. You prepare me for the interview. That's all.
Sure. Okay.
So what I will do is I will share my resume with you. I will share job description with you.
Okay.
Both.
Sure. Okay, you just share me. I'll make sure you prepare according to that. Okay.
Yes. So
I
you
want to know what you have specified in your resume. Also, I want to know because I can make sure, like, no, like, a perfect example for you from my clear files. I can show you how to, like, no, because based upon a resume only, they ask for interview questions, right?
Exactly.
So you just share with me in the LMS.
Goes to you, and I you know I won't ask you anything, as in like you take your way, you prepare me, so I'll be okay with it.
Okay, fine. That was what my intention. I'll make sure you, even if they ask anything from co-connect or integrations, you should be in a position to answer. Okay. They asked you very basic one, EIB inbound. Can we edit the spreadsheet template? Yes or no? You said yes, but how do you do that? Yes, we can edit it. I'll show you. A very basic EIB inbound. Within 10 minutes, I'll create and show you. You'll know the entire flow. Okay. What is it? Create EIB inbound. We have a task called, you know, sorry, maybe stupid question. You know what EIB abbreviation is, right?
Yeah.
Enterprise Interface Builder. As a trainer, I should go with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Create EIB is a task. So almost you're able to answer the security part now, right? I've taken almost I covered everything. Okay. Manage with that, right? Security part.
Can we have like a small interview session on Monday, if you don't mind? Like, can you take my interview?
Okay.
Just like
sure.
Interview.
Yes, I can. Okay.
So that way, at least I'll know like where I stand, and
Yes, sure.
Like a day before itself.
Okay. EIB inbound, I make it as you can use this template. Okay, I'm just making to make sure you can refer to this in tenant. Okay.
Yeah.
See, my task, my homework for here is like, no, I can even orally, I tell the assignment, you can make it note of it also. Okay. See, you have to create one inbound. Okay. It may be any web service. I'll tell you the web service, what you want to use it. Okay. It can even tell them I have used this web service in real time and I have updated that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to use, let's take change national identifier. That's a recent one I did it. So I'm just taking that in real time. I did that recently. Okay. So what is a web service? So before getting into in EIB inbound, right, we have to check what web service we are available is there to do that particular transaction. What is my requirement is like, I want to load, see there in US, we have SSNs, right?
Yes.
It's a mandatory for them. It's a national ID type for all the US employees, right? US, like no, candidate, US citizenship itself, right? If you take India, Aadhaar card is more important, right? Aadhaar and PAN. Yeah. So if you go for any job, any way they ask for now is an Aadhaar card in India. If you take US, they ask for SSN, right? So similar way, if you go to, let's go to the employee profile, there may be like 100 employees hired. Okay. Let's take as per India, I'm telling the concept. Okay. We have taken Indian employees and they have not, we have like, no, this other is a new concept which came 2 or 3 years back, right? When Modi has been there, we gave this concept of Aadhaar. Before that, we don't have an Aadhaar card. Okay. Yeah. They want to maintain they have maintained a national ID type as Aadhaar. Okay. I wanted to load those Aadhaar card numbers as a bulk. This is my requirement. Okay. See, as per Logan McNeil, if you go and see here, go to actions. It's a personal information, right? So it will be under personal information. Can you see the personal? Yeah, personal data. See, view, edit in ID information. If you go and see here, for Logan McNeil, we are only SSN. Since she's an US employee, the country. So if you want to have a country, you can specify the country. If it's India, what should be there? Okay. Yeah. So you can maintain it, India. And you want a national ID type, you have a task called maintain national ID type. You have to maintain it there. Since you have other, it's already there, they have maintained it. Okay. To this, I want to load it. Or, for example, to the SSN itself, I want to update it. I want to replace with a new number. Okay. So if you want to have new thing, also you can add it, or you want to replace this with a new number. Okay. You wanted to take that and take the issue date, and you want to update the expiration date, and you wanted to know who is the issuer. This all informations can be done using a template called. What template do you use for this? How do we know that? Right. So first we want to check, is there anything is being there? Is there any odd web service we can use? How do you check with the list of web servers? No. Public web service is a task. Public web service and related operations is a task where we'll give you the list of web service and their operations. I'll show you. My spelling is wrong, that's why. See. If you click on this, it will give you only the web service name, absence, staffing. Under this public web service, under this absence management, what are the operations I can see? Let's say we have human resource and staffing. Under human resource, what are the operations we can do? It's a top level of web service name. Under that, what we can do it? We have one more standard report called public web service and related operations. We'll get the public web service. Under that, what all operations we have, we can see it. Total web service as of now is 46. Okay. See, if you go to this public web service and related operations, you will find the list of operations. See, under absence management, we have these list of operations, like adjust time of, enter time of, get access input. These all are web service. There are list of web service over here. Okay. If you go under it's a personal information which comes under staffing. If check this, basically it's like human resource, check under human resource or under staffing. It's a basic human resource, might be under personal information as well. Okay, right? Even I'm not sure under which public web service it is. Okay, check that where it is. You can find out a human resource.
I think update was below. Maybe we can see update.
See, change government IDs.
Okay.
Okay. So this web service will give you an understanding I can change my web government IDs. It's a government ID, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we find out we go and see in any of this, if you want to change a legal name, you want to change a license, you want to change other IDs. See, this is let's go to here. Let's go to our profile. Again, IDs. What is other IDs? You may ask a question. I will answer that as well.
Employee ID.
No. Employee ID is mandatory. It will be there. You cannot there's no point in changing your employee. It's it's a unique for each employee. It is generated when you hire an employee itself, right? So if you go to personal information, personal data, and if you go to you have edit other IDs. You have ID information. You have also concept of edit other IDs. Okay, you can maintain it over here. Other IDs concept of for example, we have host and host ID and home ID. If you get transferred to a different location, you get a different ID caller XYZ. In one of my organization, we have this other concept of CNAME numbers. Okay, host CNAME, home CNAME. It's another ID will be maintained under the other ID concept. Okay. Apart from my IDs, you want to maintain any other IDs, we do maintain under that. Okay. Apart from employee ID, you want to maintain something else for an employee. Okay. You can even have them. Okay. a unique ID for each employees. If you want to maintain that, then use this other ID web service. Okay, so for everything we have like no change person photo or change the preferred name or anything, you can choose this web service. As a bulk you want to do it, you can choose from it here. From the action you can understand it. Okay, so this is how we found out under which web service it is. So it is under human resource. Okay, so now I'll go to the inbound one. Why I was taking this action, it will be useful when we are doing the studio inbound. Okay, to understand studio in web service, as you know, inbound works on the web servers, it will be easier for you to understand it. Okay, so now retrieval method. So now we will, as a, like no, for this test, for the practice purpose, we use attach file at launch until we get a required updated sheet in SFTP. We use attach file and launch. Okay, so what the people will do it like no in a secured way. The people, the end users fill the Excel. We give the Excel sheet to them, the spreadsheet template, and they fill it, and they can put it in any of the way. They can put it in Google Drive, or they can put it in SFTP, or they use like the existing retrieval method, any of the function to retrieve the file from the file from them. Okay, some of them we have this like no, some of the clients have this Amazon simple storage, but I'm not sure what it is. It's a kind of like no storage purpose where they get the destination like no, similar to SFTP. We mostly use SFTP. As you know, in real time we use like no in a server, SFTP servers. Okay, so now we'll use it attach file. When you use the servers, you have to specify the address, what is the directory, in which directory we are getting this file is being stored, and what is the username and password. Okay, as of now we will specify the retrieval like no attach file at launch. Where is that? Yeah, while like no, when we are launching the integration, we will attach it. Okay, now we are like no, this is a web service operation. So what is a web service operation? Change government IDs. Okay, it is not popping up here. What do you do to then? See, you're not able to see it here. What may be the reason?
Maybe I don't have access for a particular.
Yes, absolutely right. So what you do is like, if you go to check whether it's a business process called change
government ID.
Yes, I think they should be. I think. Okay, it's not there. Then you can go to view security for secureable item, and you can check for the web service and where which domain it is there. You can go and provide it. Okay. Now you have already access. I don't waste time on it. Okay. Now I'm going to click on next. And it's going to be a template model. It's going to be a template, right? We are going to use a template for this. Okay. Next. And we are going to use this web service operation. Next. Click OK. So the integration is created now, but we wanted to take the template. Where we go and generate the template.
Create template.
No. Actions. You don't have like no create template task here. Template model, generate spreadsheet template. See, before like no, in previous versions, we don't have with XML and XLX. Okay, we'll get only in XML format. But this is a new version which came with both options.
Right?
Yes, updated version. Say they do ask this options like no, what is update in EIB inbound between previous version and this version, or like no, what was happening before. Now we get the XLS version in EIB inbound. They do ask these questions. Okay. You wanted like no, want an XLX, you can have it. Okay, if I choose the XML and click OK, I'll show you both the ways. Okay. Refresh it, it will generate and show it here. So the spreadsheet, it will generate and show you. Did I launch it? No, I just gave generate spreadsheet template, right? Yeah, it will generate and come here.
Yeah.
Yes, see here it has generated. Go and check in your notifications. It will be there. Okay. I just opened it. Okay. I'll open show in folder. Okay. See, I opened this, but it opens in the form of XML. But this is not it should open, right? How do you open that? This is all it should open, right? See, why I was telling this, when I faced initial data, when I started my my Workday career, I was facing this problem. How could I open this? Open any Excel sheet. It's an idea what I do it. Okay. It may be silly, yes, but we have to do this way. That's why they came up with the XLX option. Okay. File, open. Okay. So it is my downloads. Sorry, downloads. It's opening. See, it opens in a Excel. Okay.
Okay.
How would I opened it? Open any Excel sheet. Try to open from there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If you
So
see this
now
template,
I got a template, right?
huh?
Now I got a template. Now I have to put the data inside.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
But if you see this, what is academic affiliated ID? I don't know. You know it?
No, I don't know.
See, for example, you want to require, for example, for each, what is a basic thing to load any value to an employee? What is the basic value is needed? For example, I want to load to all the employees, I want to load the national IDs, SSN, or I want to replace it. Okay.
Yeah.
What is a basic required field?
So a unique field that I would require is an
What is a
employee
unique field? Employee ID.
employee.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have an employee ID here. I just know this academic affiliate ID, but I don't know what it is. Okay. How do you change it? Can we change the template? Yes, we can. Okay. What you do is like go to integrations.
Okay.
That's why I asked, can we edit the template?
Okay.
Okay. Why is it not coming? That's the name I gave, right?
Yeah, I think so. Sushma
Yeah,
is there though.
it's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you do is like go to actions. Okay.
Okay.
Template model, view.
Okay.
Go to view. Okay. Mine's just loading it. Okay. Just give me a second. So edit template model sheet. Click on here. You can edit the template. Wait, it will not be in Excel format, but it will show all the fields which is there in the Excel sheet. Okay.
Okay.
See, if you see the spreadsheet key, do you have it in the Excel sheet?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to.
I want to change this affiliate ID to employee ID. Okay. Please go to the right. It's a person. See, you have this for the person, right? This is a person name. Okay. And instead of academic affiliate ID, I wanted to change to employee ID.
Okay.
Okay. Now, after doing this, regender the template. Okay. Got it? What I did it now. I changed the academic affiliated to employee ID. Now I'll generate one more spreadsheet and show you how it looks. Okay.
Yeah.
Actions, integrations. No, sorry. I'll go to template. Template model, generate spreadsheet template. Excellent. So your assignment is try doing for XLX. Okay. I show you the XML, right? You generate XLX sheet and try how it looks. Okay.
Okay.
And try, you take any personal information update or any EIB as you wish, whichever operation you want to perform, you can do it and try it with that. Okay. Any EIB inbound, do that, try to fill the sheet and come up with questions. Okay. Your second one, it is Okay, now I'll open the second one. File, open, browse. This is my second one. See, it came up with employee ID. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, we can edit the, see, most of the template will have affiliated, academic affiliated ID. Even we don't know what it is, to be very frank. We don't use that option at all. Okay, we change to employee ID. Okay, now I'll fill for one employee and show you. Okay, so if you go, this is my first spreadsheet key will be 1. What is the employee ID of Logan Mekel? You can give it 21001. Okay, it should be, let it be a numeric text number. Okay, I'm just going to, it's not like no formatting, I'm doing it here. And you want to replace or not? Yes, she already has an like no SSN, I want to replace. Yes. Okay, do you want to delete it? No, I want to replace it. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is optional. See, we have each section. If you see here, this is up to here is one section. Okay. If you see this other section. Okay.
Yes.
If you see this is another section. If you see this is another section. Okay. So each section will have a row ID. So up to this, it's one section. Okay. And this is the second section start. So we have a row ID under this. So that should be 1 again. Okay. Got it? How would I filled it? Okay. And this is optional under this. This is like, no, this is done. So this tab is again done. I have one more section over here. So under this, I want to have my national ID type code. What is my national ID type? To which type I want to load it? Okay. So let me go to our profile. See, every sheet has their own features. Okay, you have to understand. Or community is a good place where you can get an example spreadsheet template, filled template. Okay. What was this? ID, person, data, view, edit. So what is, okay, it went for upload. I'll resend this process. Okay, since we submitted, right, it went for it. I'm just going to cancel it. I just gave submitted, right? It went to in progress. I just want to give some comments. What was error? I just out as a comment. Can you see a comment anywhere? Yes, here. Okay. See now, if you go here, can you see the national ID type code? So this is the code. Okay, we have to copy from here. Put it. See national ID type code. Can you see it? Put it here. Okay. I'm just going to format. That's the same way it is. Okay. And what does you see? Country alpha 2 code. It is there. Okay. If you go to the any country, right? You have alpha 2 code and alpha 3 code, which is the country code. Alpha 2 is two numbers. If it's US, no, you will have to means it will be US. If it is alpha 3 code, it is USA. But if you go and see they are asking is alpha 2 code. Okay. Then you specify US. Okay. See, before loading it, can we do only validate mode?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
So while running the integration, we have an option to select just validate.
Okay. So
and
here I'll specify
add errors to the file if we want.
Yeah. So this is what this is my spreadsheet. I'm just saving it. This is my I'm just going to replace this SSN with this number. Okay, a dummy number. Okay. So now I have saved this sheet. Okay, and I'm going to launch this. Now my sheet is ready. I'm going to launch it. Okay. Okay, the spelling is wrong. Now I'll launch. Since we gave the retail method as attach file at launch, we are going to attach the file during our launch. Our sheet is ready. Okay. Yes. See, before that, you want to load only limited number of errors. You can specify it here. Okay. You don't want to load it before the sheet. In the sheet from the lead, just want to validate first. Okay. So basically, when we load huge amount of data, you just first validate the data inside it. The load we are going to do it, we just validate first. Okay. I'll just choose the filled file. I'm just going to validate now. It doesn't get updated to the employee. It will just validate it whether my file, the data in my file is or valid or not.
Yes.
See, it is validated. It is right. See, number of records processed is 1 and failed is none because I have only 1 and it is successfully loaded. Okay, it's only see validation only mode. Now I'll relaunch this integration event and I'll load it now. I'll just going to launch it again. So relaunch my integration event. People ask, can we launch integration event? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to create my you can use the same one. I'll just re-update it. No, it's second one, right? Delete it. It's second one. I'll just cross verify it. Yeah. Yeah, 2. I'm going to uncheck this one. I'm just going to load it now. Okay, it's completed. Go to your profile, check it what has been loaded there. At least try doing it for the same one so that in your thing you can make sure it has been done properly. Okay.
Yeah.
You can say I was updating the government IDs for the employees and it was happening. Okay. It would say in progress, but let's check.
So before before this latest version, we used to separately create the spreadsheet, right?
No.
Now there was an option to create spreadsheet separately, right?
That is a generate spreadsheet template. That's a separate, that's a generate separate, generated. See, we have updated, but it's in the process of, one more person has to approve it. So, okay, that's why it says in progress. I'll go to that process and I proxy as him, then I'll approve it. Security profile, start proxy it. It goes for approval. Once the manager approves, it gets approved and it gets this process its ID is getting updated in the system. So we go is inbox, we have approval for Logan McNull. See, ID change for Logan McNull, it is in progress. Once he approves, now go to our profile, stop proxy it. Go to our profile. Integration, not person data, and edit ID information. See, can you see it? It got updated. Okay. You
Yeah.
want the spreadsheet to be shared with you?
No, I think I'll create it.
Okay, you can create it and you can fill this. At least 2-3 employees you can take and fill those then and then test it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do.
Okay. So my assignment would be I'll like no the assignment which I created for you. I'll email it to Shiva. At least unless first I'll try to upload to the LMS or else I'll try to email to Shiva. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I have to create a co-connector worker and an inbound worker, right? Inbound integration, right?
Yeah, you have
That's
to
what you.
create a co-connector and create a ISU for it.
Yeah, ISU for it and one inbound worker and create a spreadsheet with 2-3 employees.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Try doing this. If you have any problems, any issues,
Me like 2-3 scenarios of calc field that we have already done.
that's what. See, if you see this my assignment, it has a lot of scenarios inside it. Okay. I'll just see the report has these many fields. In this fields, I have a lot of scenarios over here. I did create it, but I couldn't email you. Okay.
Okay.
I'll do forward this one, and also have two, three more scenarios added to it, and I'll forward it to Shiva or else to the LMS. I'll upload it. Okay.
I have also uploaded just a second.
Resume and the job description, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll try to go through it, and I'll make sure I'll make yourself prepare for that interview.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Sounds good.
just that I'm sorry for the starting part today because I'm so nervous about the interview show. It's just that.
I'm sorry, I understood. See, my point of view is like, no, getting directly jumping into it, I was too fast. Okay.
Yeah.
So I also into the system. I want to know where you test on it. Even I was a bit nervous. Like, no, initially when I started search report, I was a bit tense. That's why I couldn't remember certain fields. Really sorry on it. I was even also tensed, and I forgot certain things when I started search report. Then I calmed myself down and I just came with the flow again. Okay.
Yeah. Just that I've been so nervous with all these things because I really want to
See,
crack this interview.
to be very frank, even if you go for Workday certification itself, you might have done it right. You might have know what they take it.
Yeah.
If you ask any questions apart from what they prepared, they skip it. But as a trainer, I want certain scenarios to be resolved. I do create, but see, I also have a lot of things. I have a kid, I have families, I have my commitments, right? I need some, like, no, I know maybe like 2 days you gave me, but I was not able to because I have other commitments as well, right? I know I'll come back to you for sure. For tomorrow, I have a report which is matching your scenarios. Fine, you need a help. I'll do it. Okay. Fine, that's okay, no problem. I'll make sure
Do you have a minute? If you have a minute, I want to show you something.
Okay, you want me to stop sharing? You want to share something? See, even if you go for studio, right? What they ask is like, no, can you tell me one inbound or one outbound integration in a flow? How do you connect? What are the components you used, and what is the concept? That's what they ask. Okay, so what is my concept is like, if you take very complex also, very complex also, I have all the things ready in my system. Like I can show it, but if you get stuck somewhere, you may lose some flows. Okay, I want you to take a scenario where it is not a it's a logical one, and it also makes sense to the interviewer. It is very clear for them to explain for you yourself to them.
Yeah.
Okay, that is what my intention towards you. Like no, even has some you're struggling hard. I know you want to get into a job. Fine, I do understand it. See, getting everything is not knowing everything is not important. We should the way we act to the interviewer should be also good, right? We should be in a very continuous flow to answer them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I like. No, even if you're in system, see if you say how you're going to share 5 years experience, I will ask if you're able to not transfer the ownership, what do they ask? Then how do you resolve that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So don't worry. Be calm. I'll cover all the topics. I'll also cover all the questions they ask in interviews. At least you'll be prepared 75% before you end up this session. Okay.
Okay.
Have confidence, some confidence on me. Okay. I don't know that. Have at least some confidence and some trust. Okay.
No. I told you, right? So now I won't say anything going forward. So it's just that I was panicked. So I'm gonna completely submit my stuff to you,
Okay.
like you prepare it the way you want to prepare me. So I'll
Okay.
trust you.
Okay.
That's so. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I do.
This is some basic thing that I tried. Okay, so I'm not very sure if it's gonna work out or not. So what
Okay.
I did was, in the filter, so this
Okay.
first field is my actual, like, the specific date. So what
Okay.
logic that I came up in doing that build date, the anniversary
Okay.
thing. So I came up with a logic. So the
Okay.
logic I tried is, but I
Mhm.
couldn't actually execute it, maybe because I don't have the exact knowledge.
Okay.
So first what I did was I created like a build date, and
Mm-hmm.
I set up a specific date. Say one say today's date. Say 6/10/2020. Okay.
So 1 minute,
So
let
that
me
will
understand the logic here. See, first one you have done a date difference between what dates? Higher date and today, or a particular day.
no. First I'll tell you like my logic. So you just
Okay.
ignore all this. I'll tell
Okay.
you my logic first.
Okay.
So my logic is, first I have a build date. Okay.
Okay.
So my build date is a specific build date, which has a particular date, say 6/10/2020 or 2010, whatever.
Okay.
Okay. So what I have done is, how my Workday should pull up the data that falls under this particular date. The higher dates that falls below this particular date or on the date should be considered as, those employees that have completed their anniversaries.
Okay.
Correct? So what I've done is, my build date
Mm-hmm.
um, year should be greater than 1 compared to the higher date year. The
What
year on the higher
use?
date.
What is the function used for build date? Can you open that cal field? If I know the cal field only, I can know what you have done. Open that cal field. Inside the cal field, what you have done, and I should know it, right? Can you open that?
Yeah. Okay. So this is my specific.
Okay.
Let me
Let's
show
take like
you.
no 6/1.
Yeah. So I've taken 5/10/2010.
Okay.
Okay. So my this date difference is giving me only the difference in years. Compare higher date and my specific date
Date is 1. Okay.
in years. In years, just the year.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Got it.
my logic is, it should be greater than 1. The difference between them should be greater than 1.
Which means they have completed 1 year, more than 1 year in the organization.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Got it.
that is not it, because there is a possibility that, there is a difference in the year, but not in the month and the
Months.
date. Right? So
Yes.
it has just passed a year, but say like it has just passed like 9 months, say, but not completely 12 months,
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I put the logic in the report saying
Okay.
that my year should be greater than 1. If it
Okay.
is greater than 1, then jump to the next scenario, that
Okay.
is month of my higher date.
Okay.
Okay. I did the format date and I fetched only month of the higher date.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And month of my specific date.
Okay. From the bill date, you
Okay.
took only the month.
Yes, only the month. So I used the same format date logic, and I took month from hire date and month from the bill date. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So my month should be less than the specified month.
Less than.
Yeah.
For example, if they are hired on, like, no, for example, if an employee is hired on, as you mentioned, employee hire date is 1/1/2010.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is 10.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't matched, right? For example, is 1 year. For example, he has completed only. It should be 12, right? And rather than it being your bill date is, for example, you're taking 10. Let's take an employee is hired on 1/1/2010. Okay, you're taking month from it. If it is 1,
Yes.
it should be the particular day. It should be 12.
No,
It should be
what
not this month.
I'll tell you what. So, my hire date month
Okay.
is less than my specific month.
Which means that they haven't completed 1 year, right?
No, which means they've already completed, right? The year is past and the month is
You're doing and condition or condition.
and condition.
Okay, I'll give you one scenario. Okay.
I'll tell you what. Just a second. I'll explain you. Say
Okay.
suppose the date is okay. My birthday is in the month of May. Okay. So this month is October.
Okay.
Okay. So say suppose I was born last year May. Okay.
Okay.
Just to have a reference, I was born last year May. This year we are in the month of October. We have to see whether I have passed 1 year or not, right?
Okay.
So what I did was I checked the year. The year has passed, like the year from the last year and this year, it is greater than or equal to 1. Okay. So it is greater than or equal to 1.
Hold on here. Okay, 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're born on 5th is fine. Okay, 5th May. For example, if an employee is born on December, okay.
Yeah.
And you're taking the difference. Let's consider this. Taking the difference. The year will be 0 years. 0 years it will be. The years will be 0.
No, because it says 2019 to 2020. So the difference is
no.
Is 1.
Okay, you're saying like if you take a difference on years, it will display you 1 year.
Yes. So that is why I have put build date difference. If you see date difference, build date. Let me show you that.
Okay, one more scenario I'll give you. An employee is hired on Jan 2010. Okay. In that case,
2010. Okay. So the employee is hired on Jan 2010, right? So if he has hired on Jan 2010, the difference between the two, the year is 0, right?
Yes.
Then he has not completed. So that employee will not come only.
Okay.
Correct. So say suppose he has hired on 2009 December. Okay.
Okay.
2009 December, but we are in October 2010. Okay. So what happens is it will check for the year. The difference between the year is 1. Okay. Then it will go to the next condition, and it will see is the month less than this. Is the difference is the
Okay, got it.
Yeah, 12 is not less than 10. So which means he has completed.
Okay.
Say suppose it was
I got it from that.
Yeah. So if the month is equal, say he was hired in the month of October and today is October. Then it go to the date.
Okay.
And see if the date is less than or
equal to particular date.
Yes. So this logic works for sure, but I don't know how to put it in the report.
Can you go to the filter condition?
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you give all year?
I think I did something wrong in this particular and or. So I want
it should be all and conditions.
All and conditions?
All should be and. It should not be all. It should be and.
Okay.
Because it should check for all the conditions, right? All the conditions should get satisfied.
See, I wanted to tell you one thing. So for me, it has to. I have to have 2 conditions. Okay. I'll tell you what. So the thing is here, the difference between the year is greater than or equal to 1, then it goes to the month. If it's less than month, yes, done. It need not to go to the date.
Put a
If the
bracket.
month,
Put a
put a
bracket.
bracket.
Yes.
Where?
Come, scroll to the left.
Here also.
No. You can put it there. Put an open bracket.
Okay.
Come to the second row and you close it here. Okay. Come again here. You can put a bracket at the beginning. After the or.
Just change it to and or.
Or let it be or. You want it to be or, right? You want the connection to be or, right? Put a bracket.
Okay.
And then
Sorry.
not a curly, yeah, normal bracket. And close it at the end.
Okay. I think maybe this is the issue.
Click OK and run it now.
So
Yeah. If you share this report, I can check on it. Okay. You're using a different tenant. Okay, fine. I'll check out this logic, and it's like no, we ran out of time. Okay.
Okay.
I'll try to figure it out tomorrow. I got the logic. Is it coming?
Yeah. I'll see. It should come if it is. I mean, the logic is perfectly fine. Let me see. No, it's not coming. It is showing me the difference. Okay, it is 0. If you see
what the day difference you did it. You gave today higher minus today, or you gave what day? What is that you give?
Which one?
See,
this one?
Here. Okay. See, I'll do my logic. Okay, and I'll show it to you tomorrow.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.